Hey, so how are you all doing tonight? I honestly haven't been doing very well. But I just want to talk because I think that this might resonate with you guys. I'm One Savvy Ninja on YouTube, the only one Savvy Ninja on YouTube. They're trying to make that second copy of me, like weirdos. Weirdos, man. So, simply surviving my tax on life only has them sitting in that shame of them placing me inside of that ritual abuse. So, of course, through their own projection, they have now to continue their humiliation ritual over me, these second accounts and whatnot, because they know they are spineless with what they did, and they know that they can try to spin it however, because it's absolutely the truth. That they are shameless to play this war over my entire life. And being that they've been doing it to me this entire time in my life, throughout all of my history, like since I was a baby, they're just doing their best to continue the same ways that they've tried to spin it around on me. And that's called projection. So of course they want to slander you and smear campaign against you, because it's all that their bitches have left. They're a bunch of bitch asses. And because of their tightly woven into the masks that they wear, they have to project it all onto you, when nobody else besides you knows their deepest, darkest secrets, because you had to figure it all out on your own, fighting constantly through all that shit. From the poisonings to the positioning for identity theft to the psychological abuse, and then even all of the fucking death attempts, dude. So, they are just hard fucking core criminals with what they've done to you. There's been people in your life making this black magic ritual against you, allowing the demons in because they've been doing the deal with the devil. So you've had to learn it all for yourself, exactly how phony and two-faced and manipulative that they truly are. They tried to not only take your life on multiple accounts of a pre-arranged murder in order to try and take you out, but they also just had to play with your whole life by proxying your life, your relationships, and your work life, and calling your bosses and all sorts of stuff. So now they know exactly how fucking weak they are. That's fucking stupid. Their brains are fucking stupid. They had to poison you up there your whole entire life, but they're still fucking weak and stupid. They denied you the very blessings of their own lives on top of it with what y'all could have made together, simply because it was coming from you. They couldn't handle it. And they didn't want it from you unless they were able to steal it away from you, like their bitch asses felt they needed to. So you made it out alive, and that's gotta be pretty embarrassing to them. After all that they did to you, you should have been dead, dude. You should have been dead many times over. And so now they made it to where they never really initiated a place inside of your life after what the fuck they went on ahead and did. So you're not going to care to have them in your life now at all, because you could literally have a whole gang come up against you and you're just going to deal with it. And you're still going to praise God. You know that? You're gonna have, if you have all these attacks come up against you, you're gonna be like, praise God. And if you get a blessing, all the better. Praise God. But that's just it. They don't like it. They don't want anything. They didn't want anything from you unless they could steal it away from you. And they didn't want any time with you. Otherwise, they would have made sure to make the effort to. Especially when they, knew you were being abused and you're going to be left there just hurting, suffocating down to the bone, calling them, hey, I just don't, you have blah, 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 blah. Can you help me out here? Oh, of course not. We're going to withdraw. Because they got to keep their hands clean from being able to be around you, you see? And it's all their stages of events through your whole history because of what they did to you is just too fucking heathen. From their own ego-driven additions that you've already had to fight through, you're not going to care anymore about it. You've made up your mind. Sure, you might hurt, and you might hurt a lot, but you're not going to allow somebody back in your comfort zone just so you could be a victim for the 301st time that's going to take you out, or the 35th time that's going to try to take you out. No. So they turned you into a warrior. Literally when you were the most peaceful motherfucker on the block. And they still did this to you. They still tried to turn you into someone that you just aren't. And they used the same people by proxy, like caregivers, or psychiatrists, or medical staff, among others in the whole community, in order to prevent you from ever being able to grow. Even at a young age, being unable to develop on your own. So even forcing you into these medical emergencies to gain access to you, to earn their own means to an end. So I mean, these people, they're occultists, they're little devil worshippers, whatever the spree Masonic cucks they are, wants to play as they are. They're a bunch of bitches for even playing this way. So next you have them deflecting to even say that, they're just making it as though you're delusional and you need to get help, and I feel bad. They're like, oh, I feel bad for him, and they gotta like make it up as they go. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but you know what I'm saying. They gotta deflect and minimize. And it's literally them that need the help, you know that? It takes a real screwed up person to cause all that pain to someone just to project all of that type of insecurity or whatever it be onto the person that they're claiming has the so-called problem. When they do these things to you, right? And then they withdraw on you. Like literally poisoning you up to have you folding in on yourself like you can't even breathe, and basically leaving you to die. And these people couldn't care less, could they? No. They can't even pretend that they cared at all to do this type of thing to you. Like, you should be able to be celebrated, having worked like to the muscle of like 3-4 men of your own self to get out from underneath the abuses and all of the covert attacks, and like literally like Aikidoing it to get away from these people that took too long in the first place. So they can go ahead and play however they want to. They had you like literally folded up on yourself, unable to breathe, time and time and time again, until you realize these patterns and how their aims were, so that you could try and pivot. But see, these people pretend. They pretend as though they wouldn't have otherwise cared, because of the things that they could get you to play into because of their all punk ass affairs. So they didn't just use places of your life. They used real manipulative tactics inside of their affairs, inside of their games, inside of their friends of friends, or however it was. Even losing your close friend or close friends, losing access to people that you loved, simply so that they could play into you, poison you up when they already know you're emotionally hurting. Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that just so cool that they would do that to you? Oh, and then they'd even have, when your grandparents died, still poison you up, leave you alone in school, or leave you alone in that apartment while they know you're just fighting to get whatever the crime is that they left with you out of your body, fighting tooth and nail, 12-hour days at times to come home, shower, rollerblade, or rollerblade and then shower, go to bed, wake up, have to get up in the morning, do laundry, come home, shower, go back to try and finish laundry, get back home, shower, to get to work. So you're literally like trying to like get rid of everything that they did to you. And this is how they wanted to play you up while you lose your grandma, having your friend come up in there by proxy and giving you more poison, shoving it to your face, as if Jesse Lee isn't some kind of bitch-ass, bitch-made fucking piece of gutter trash. But then they want to sit there and poison you up when you're already in a ton of emotional pain. And that's just when they're going to use these poisons, because these cucks really got a problem. They're literally maniacs to think that they're just good with getting away with this, or trying to get away with this type of crime to kill you, as if they've ever had any care within their insipidous hearts at all. They're so weak made, man. So it's got to feel pretty embarrassing for them in that kind of process that they're now being seen for, to murder people who loved them. You know, try and murder me when I loved you that much and needed you to be there for me, to be my day ones and to be there for me. But you were actually working up this mission to actually take me out, all so you can make it as though I need help and I don't know what I'm saying, right? Like that isn't some psycho narcissistic ass motivation. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Think whatever you want. And the fact of the matter is they didn't work alone. They had to work within a whole community of people. The same type of figurehead staging up an entire neighborhood of crime to come up against you. Bribe people to get people within their proxy to keep you poisoned and positioned for this type of bitch-ass identity theft and total assassination attempts to even be played. I mean, come on, who are you people? These fucks couldn't even come to you when you were come to you alone, to face you alone on any real level. No, they needed their whole group inside of their little small mentality with their group thought and group thinking to come up against little old you. I mean, it's gotta be pretty fucking embarrassing for them. And still, they couldn't take you out. All of those times and all of those places and all of those men that they needed to keep you poisoned up and kicked around and psychologically tormented, homeless and abused on these levels, keeping you poisoned up within proxy, and they still couldn't get that job done. I mean, how low is that in the first place? But it's ought to make them feel pretty embarrassed outright, because it's a bitch-made move and it's a cowardice move overshadowing that scene, and they still couldn't rest in peace you. They're cowards. And no matter what happens to you now, it doesn't even matter. That's why I'm saying in other videos, like, it doesn't even matter to me anymore. They literally murdered every last part of my normal spirit. Ripped it completely out of me. So, they know it's straight up over for them because they exploited you in the very worst criminal behavior, and because it's being exposed here and now, and they can't even try to cover up what they did to you. So once you do finally let go of someone that has done all of this horse shit to you, I hope you fully outgrow it, and I hope you fully shine up. No matter how long it takes and no matter how it looks to other people, I hope you realize that after all this bullcrap that they did to you, that you deserve all that glow up. Every last bit of it. Real talk. I mean that. So if you've been through anything like what I have, if you get out there and you get your heart working better again, and you get your health back in order, and you can actually make it through this stuff to actually live your life out well, and mean well with people even, you know, unlike these people could. I hope that you're able to find a community of people that actually do care, that actually do really want to fight against these type of matrices of people, of abusive types. To these levels of just cucks, I mean, I know there's no one perfect out here, but the fact of the matter is that you all should be on the up and up, not the decline. And right now in life, it's going to fucking swan dive into the asphalt decline in some areas. And so I really hope to, like, get it to swoop back up, you know? Even inside of y'all minds and hearts. All you stupid, insipidous criminals that could do this to your own little brother or your own friend or your own boyfriend, your own lover. Someone that loved you very, very much. And this is the kind of thing that you're going to do. I don't want to be around you. But I want you to go back on the up and up. And if you can't do that, I don't know. I don't feel bad for you, I guess. All I can do is suggest to you that I'm going to continue to pray for you in the Lord's Prayer. And I do. I stop in the Lord's Prayer. All the areas of the Lord's Prayer do I stop at. But I stop at forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. I stop at deliver us from evil. All the places of the Lord's Prayer do I stop at. And I'll be like, stop at one place, and it'll be like in my head, and I'll stop at another place, be like in my head, or out loud, or wherever. Depends on what phones are around, I guess, and what ears are around. Because truthfully and honestly, the prayers should be between you and the Lord. That's it. So anyway, if you've gone through some of this horrible atrocity in your life, on any level, I hope that you're able to glow up and realize that you deserve more beauty in your own life than this world seems to have capacity to hold. And even inside of these systems, it just doesn't seem to have any capacity to hold that type of value of love that you carry inside of here for other people, that you just somehow aren't able to share with people around because of what they're doing to you or whatever. It's pretty sad. I just don't like that the world is going this way. Anyway, love you guys, and I hope that you're taking good care of yourselves, and at least trying to do your best to take care of yourselves. I love you, and good night, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you're at. Peace.